Alrighty, guys. Good morning to y'all. Jumping on here, make sure y'all can hear my sound. You can. It looks like great. Alright, so just wanted to show y'all we have rain in the area across western Oklahoma. Oklahoma City probably not going to get nothing here, unfortunately, but hey, at least there's the opportunity for some rain across western Oklahoma. They really need rain down there. It's been a long time since they've had rain, so this is great news. Here we go. So let's kind of just zoom on in here and look at the high super resolution resolution reflectivity and showers, some thunderstorms, some heavy downpours across southwest Kansas. This is going to continue to move south. So some spotty showers may continue to move into northwestern Oklahoma this morning, and there's been some good rains across western Oklahoma as well. With that in mind, and then continued thunderstorms going on across southwestern Oklahoma now. This is going to be some really good, healthy rainfall out of this as well, so this is great news. Let's do this. Let me do this. We can look at the actual storm total so far, and let's see, it's been about 1.5 inches near Sweetwater, just across the border in Texas, near just over 2 inches. And we can kind of go up the line here. There's been some pockets of 1.5 inches just north of Woodward, northwest of Woodward. But Woodward, you didn't really get a whole lot out of this, unfortunately. But hey, at least it's something. Southwest Kansas also some 2-inch totals down there now. So hey, you know what? Not going to say that we hate it because this is great news. There's some good rains out of this. So. And there's nothing severe out of this either, so that's the other good news here. So really, really good stuff here. Let me see if we can do a storm track here. Change the color of this. I realize it's kind of hard to see. So let's do. Actually, let me do this first. Let me turn on that. And we can do a storm track on these storms. Moving to the south at about 25 miles an hour. And do about an hour. Oh, it's doing that, that's why. There we go. So this is what that looks like here. Hopefully this shows up good for y'all. Yep, y'all can see it good. So Lone Wolf about 8 o'clock, Martha at about 8:01, Blair at about 8:04, El Dorado, that's going to be down here at southwest Oklahoma, at about 8:10, Altus at about 8:16, Hetrick at about 8:45. So some good rains out of this. And let's see here. Continue to go back up here, see if we can get anything on here. Let's do a storm track on these for you guys. Just going to do like that. And let's go out for 2 hours. Let's see here. So Freedom at about 9:06, Selma at about 9:06, and Buffalo at about 9:10. We bring it out to 3 hours. This is what it looks like here. And so Woodward about 10:06. If these even hold together, they may fall apart in the weekend. So there's that. Let's do this too. Let's look at some of the models here real quick. And ooh, these are the temperatures this afternoon. I can show y'all. Let me do this. And yeah, go out to. Let's do it. Make sure I got the right. So here is roughly your temperature. I think this is going to be a little more south and west, I think, and hold our temperature down here in Oklahoma City a little bit, cloud cover and all that stuff. So, but still pretty hot today. Make sure y'all not cutting off the screen here. So roughly 95, 96 here in Oklahoma City. Tulsa, you're about 92, so not too bad. And then let's look at the precipitation. I didn't like how this model handled it, I believe. Yeah, I don't. I think it was this one. Yes, this one's the one that I think handled it pretty good. It had the storms coming in northwestern Oklahoma really well, and did a pretty good job with it so far, I think. So storms continue to move in, and they kind of weaken, fall apart. Like I said, we could get a couple of isolated showers across northern Oklahoma that may try to drip into Oklahoma City, but these would not be heavy, and these would not last long. No more than just a couple of drops on your windshield. So there's that. And then might see some more pop-up storms across southeast Oklahoma later on this afternoon, and then some more shower storms develop across the Oklahoma Panhandle, and then maybe by tomorrow morning there's a couple of showers that move into northeastern Oklahoma. So really that's all it is, guys. We can do this as well here. Let me go to, I want to show you all the big picture here, and we can look at, so here's your heat dome. You have your big old heat dome right here. It's very hot, and basically you have in the upper parts of the atmosphere, which drives your temperatures and weather systems and all that stuff. It's kind of a northwest flow on the northern side. So that's kind of the setup for today, and this is what we're seeing. But notice what happens over the coming days. I'm going to kind of show you all this. Now, I don't like to show long range data just because it changes, right? But notice how the heat dome, it moves from here, and it moves down to southeast U.S., and it kind of starts to weaken a little bit. So this is great news to get rid of this, and then watch what happens later in the week. Starts later once we get towards Labor Day. Now this one kind of shows it redeveloping. I don't think that's going to happen. But notice like towards the very end of the run. Now I don't like showing it this far, but we start to getting some troughing it comes out of the southwest U.S. The heat dome, it moves off into the east U.S., and it's really a lot weaker as it moves this way. And if I change the model here, let's look at, let's look at the AIGFS. Kind of the same thing with that. This is kind of the trend that we're seeing here, and even the European model, a very similar setup as well. And then the AI European model. So a lot of models are kind of showing the same thing, and that's kind of the trend we like to see. But once again, this is so far out. I don't like to go this far out with weather data because it's just not very consistent. But here we go. Like I said, once we get around Labor Day, your heat dome is pretty much gone. We're starting to get troughing throughout the U.S. and stuff, at least the southern plains a little bit. And this will set up the chances for some cooler weather coming up, and hopefully some rain out of this too. So that's kind of what we're looking at over the coming days. And so there's some good signs there if you're tired of the heat. I'm not going to show you all temperatures because, like I said, it's too far out to really dig into the temperatures or anything like that. And I see Elena is on too. Good morning, Elena. But yeah, so some good signs coming up here over the next few weeks. We can go back to radar here real quick, and I just want to show y'all we do have rain across southwestern Oklahoma still, and it's going to continue to move to the south. A little bit of an outflow boundary coming towards Snyder and stuff. There's going to be some rain-cooled air. So temperatures down here are probably going to be a little bit cooler today, so that's great. Oklahoma City, we're still going to be on the cooler side as well. Cloud cover, cloud debris from convective debris. This will help with the temperatures this afternoon, so I don't think we'll hit 100 today. I think we'll stay in the low to mid 90s today. So here we go. So yes, I agree. I want some cooler temperatures too. Tired of this heat. I know that. A lot of good signs coming up for that. So hopefully that's the case. There's a point. That you have to turn the corner once you get September at some point. So, your atmosphere with the sun angle and all that stuff, eventually it just has to change at some point. So that's just the way it works. It's physics and all that stuff. The bad thing is we still got drought, but this little bit of rain down here too, this is going to help the drought. It's not going to end the drought, but it's going to help. It's going to put some moisture in the lower levels at the surface level, and it's going to be a little bit start to become a little harder to get 100s down this way over the next few weeks if we keep seeing rain and all that stuff. So, guys, that's all I got for y'all. I'll leave radar here with you guys for a second, and then I am going to jump off here and continue tracking it. So stay with Matt Williams Weather, and I'll keep you ahead of the storm.